Hi Josie fam, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. So today we are going to be traveling from Koforidua to Kwahu, and we are still in the eastern region, and so fam, Kwahu is also part of the eastern region of Ghana. So I'm going to leave a link down in the description box below where I was traveling from Koforidua to Accra. And so today I'm going to be traveling from Koforidua to Kwahu, and the aim of this video is to show you some of the interesting towns along the roadside. And so this is going to be a road trip so that we have a view of the eastern region a bit more. And so fam, this video is going to be from Koforidua to Kwahu. So we are still in Koforidua and we are using the former Poly Road, now KTU, which was Koforidua Polytechnic, now Koforidua Technical University Road. And so there are some pretty good hotels on this stretch, and so we are at Old Estate, and it's also a town in the eastern region, or in Koforidua. And so Koforidua is the capital town of the eastern region, and the eastern region has a very huge landmass. And so it took us about 2 hours to get to Kwahu from Koforidua, and so we decided to fill our tank here and continue our journey. So fam, if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And so we are heading to Oyoko, and Oyoko is also a town in the eastern region, and it's outside Koforidua a bit. And one of the schools you get in Oyoko is the OMES, that's the Oyoko Methodist School, secondary school. And so I'm going to show you OMES. Yes, on the left here is OMES. And so fam, right from Oyoko, we are going to be entering Jumapo, and Jumapo is also a town on the stretch to Kwahu. So fam, after Jumapo, you enter Kukurentumi, and Kukurentumi is closer to Tafo. So there are about 3 Tafos in the eastern region. We have the new Tafo, which is what I'm showing you now, and so there are roads that enter these towns, and so this is the main road we are using now. If I say we, I was traveling with my brothers, and so I decided to go for a road trip with them and to chill and also to catch up. And so fam, we had a really fun time. And so we just passed Old Tafo. There's also another Tafo in Kwahu, that's Kwahu Tafo. So fam, this is Osiem, and Osiem is one of the big towns in the eastern region on this stretch. And so right by the roadside is Osiem. So fam, right on the left side is the Bunsu Eco Park, where they have a canopy walk and also some horse riding activities there. And so fam, don't you just love the greenery we are enjoying as we take this road trip? And so Bunsu is more or less like an area where you reach and you are entering another major road that leads to Accra and Kumasi at the same time, and branches to Koforidua at the same time. And so this is the Bunsu Junction, where there are so many stopovers, big stopovers, where travelers stop over and rest, use the restroom, have some lunch or some snacks, And yeah, so fam, right after Bunsu, we enter Osino. And so this is Osino for you. And fam, Osino reminds me of an uncle who used to be a teacher here at Osino. And because of that, we named him Teacher Osino. And so, yes, this town reminds me of my uncle. And Osino also used to have some special, was it kenke? There was this food that, I've forgotten. But yeah, right after Osino, we enter Enyinem. And Enyinem is also a big town. So far after Enyinem is Achim Sechere, and I saw these beautiful asanka and mortar and pestles and some gari displayed on this side of the road, and I love them. I plan to buy some on my way back. And so after Achim Sechere was the toll booth area, and right after the toll booth we entered Nkoko. And so this is in Nkoko, which is also a major town, very well known for its business. Nkoko is a big business center farm, and yeah, as you can see, the town is very big. And I guess it's that way because it's closer to Kumasi. When you get to Nkoko, you are almost halfway to Kumasi, and you can use this route to Kumasi as well. And it's also more or less like a business center for everyone living on top of the mountain, the Kwahu mountains, as you can see ahead. They all come down, and this is where they pick their cars or their buses to other parts of the country, be it Kumasi, Accra, Koforidua, wherever. So I guess maybe that's why it's a big business center farm. So fam, as you can see, the mountain ahead of us is part of the Kwahu mountains, and it's a stretch of mountains. As you can see, the mountain ahead of us, we are about to climb it. And so from Nkoko is like under the mountains. You can see the mountains. And during Easter, when people, because of COVID, no paragliding, but I remember when you travel to Kwahu during the Easter time, you see the paragliders. Should I call them that? You see them gliding in the air when you are down in Nkoko. You see them coming from on top of the mountains, and it's a really beautiful sight, fam. And so, fam, as we were climbing the mountains, I spotted 2 waterfalls, fam, and it was absolutely beautiful. And I decided to stop and admire it and admire them, and also take in some fresh air and take some pictures with my brothers. And so fam, I tried to zoom in for you to see these waterfalls, and yeah, that's me goofing around. And fam, this waterfall falls really deep, like there's a big valley. This whole greenery you are seeing here, please don't be deceived. It goes really, really downwards, and you can hear the waterfalls, fam. And so I decided to, zoom in for you to see what I was seeing as much as I could. But it's a beautiful, beautiful spot to take really amazing pictures. And yeah, those are the two waterfalls. There was one coming down this mountain here, and this one was more or less like sliding, and the other one was like falling like 3 steps deep down. And so yeah, here is Oboming, as Oboming is welcoming us. Akwaba means welcome, so welcome to Oboming. And so there are so many towns. So the Kwahu township has so many towns. We have Oboming, and this is in Kwetia. We are at Rock City now. So far we are at Rock City now, and where we parked our car, we could see this beautiful stretch of, you know, mountains. When you are down the mountain, you will not think that there are mountains on top of the mountain. So far, here is Rock City, and we had this beautiful shuttle cart come take us to the restaurant area. Unfortunately, I could not give this beautiful Rock City hotel, the biggest in Africa so far, the proper tour. I'm hoping to do that sometime again. So we just stopped by Rock City to have some lunch, and so far this place is really beautiful. It is really beautiful, and it makes me proud that I come from Kwahu. In fact, my mom comes from Kwahu. So I mean, to think of this beauty, you know, there are so many beautiful houses in Kwahu, and this is a hotel, and we were amazed, fam. It's really beautiful. So fam, right when we got out of the shuttle cart, it began to rain heavily. So we rushed into the restaurant, and yeah, I had a Chapman, and we were waiting for our food. And so we decided to get some snacks while we waited. And so yeah, these snacks were delicious. That is Nkati cake there, made of granules and yeah, sugar. So fam, I went for fried yam and some chicken, and so my brothers went for fried rice. And so yeah, we enjoyed the meal. It was really heavy. The chicken was a lot, and so I couldn't, you know, eat all my chicken. I took some home. So after eating, I decided to, you know, take an area, take a few shots of the pool area. And as you can see, this beautiful infinity pool, it's really, really beautiful. And one day I'll come and swim in this pool. So yeah, fam, I decided to take more shots, and it looks like there was more construction work going on, and so they are not done yet. And so I can't wait to see the outcome of this place, and it's going to be amazing. So fam, it was time to leave Rock City, and so this is the exit area of Rock City, and by this time the rains had stopped, and so we decided to take a tour of the other towns in Kwahu before we headed back to Koforidua. And so Yeah, this is more beautiful sights of Rock City, and it was time to say goodbye to Rock City. So fam, we decided to drive through Kwahu as well. This place brings back memories. We used to visit our late grandmom who used to live here. And yeah, so this is Kwahu. So after Kwahu, we entered Etibie, and so this is Etibie. There are other towns in Kwahu. We have Abetifi, Mpraeso, Obo. Yeah, and yes, that's what I can remember now. And so these are some of the beautiful mansions along the stretch. And so yes, after this we decided to descend the mountains and head home. So fam, if I say home, I mean Koforidua. And so if you are new to my channel, my name is Josie and I'm a Ghanaian makeup artist based in Koforidua. And so fam, this is the end of this video. I really enjoyed this trip. As you can see, the greenery alone, I mean, this trip was so refreshing for me. I took some time off work just to, you know, travel with my brothers and family, and you know, just to catch up and also to have a good laugh and to see nature. And yes, these are the beautiful pottery, the asanka once again. And yeah, my mom usually buys these for me, so I needn't buy more. So that's the end of this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Until I see you in my next video, stay safe and never give up.